Bonjour, hello, welcome to Max Mountain World, another video. And yeah, stuff seems to be happening here, so I was going to set up the radio. I'm going to have to wait a bit. Someone being transferred from the emergency vehicles to the back of this bad boy. Something serious. I was up here before. My little perch is just up behind here, where I've been many times with the radio and stuff, but I'm not going to set anything up at all. Maybe not at all, we'll see what happens. But yeah, got to give respect to these guys. I was up here about half an hour before, and there's a lot of emergency vehicles round about that chalet, and that's right next to where I'll be parking up once all this is gone. So yeah, whatever it is, it's serious, obviously. And the quickest way of getting to the nearest large hospital, which would be Gap, is this. It would take ages by the road with all the chokings up of tourists and everything. This is the best, fastest, most efficient way of getting them to the immediate care that they need. This is going to get windy. That was windy. Okay, back to the Jag, back to the radio. And the rest of these guys all heading away now. Got parked up in my familiar position, but there's too many people around, too much going on as you saw there, and yeah, I was going to stick up the Moxon antenna as usual, But what I'm going to do today is something maybe a bit more interesting. Well, not more interesting, but interesting from a different angle. I'm now going to downsize my antenna system a bit. So all the usual setup here, sun protection, it is very warm. It's just about, what time is it, 1:45 in the afternoon, and it's already 25 degrees here at 1550 meters altitude. So second antenna as usual gets plugged into the switch there, and the second antenna after the 2-foot fire stick. I'm going back to basics here, and I'm going to get out a Biscuit-Tin and a DV27. The car's sitting here static. I'm going to be running the engine to work the air conditioning, keep me cool, and also I've got the second battery charger on the go, so give the engine a bit better opportunity to keep itself cool. I'll just keep the bonnet up. Okay, so Scottish shortbread tin, they're the best. Now take my secondary mag mount off, don't need it, stick it with that, and leave its cable aside as well. And here we have little cutout for the cable to get out of the Biscuit-Tin. The DV27 and the usual, those of you that are around in the 70s and 80s on radio will recognise the familiar butterfly nut fixing, where I can set it all up here, do it up. A bit of an easier process than sticking a Mox-on up. And that's the charger activated. And we'll just stick the Biscuit-Tin here. Perfect. Run the cable under the door and into the switch. Right. Voltage 13, not bad. Switch the switch to the DV. SWR. Could be a mile out. 1.7. Right, I need to tune this in. Okay. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency occupied? Looks like we could be go. This could be a bit of a struggle, but that's what it's all about. If it was too easy, it'd be too easy. Hello CQ, CQDX, CQ 14 Delta Delta 007. 14 Delta Delta 007, Southeast France, given a call, standing by 27500, 27500, 27 and a half, I'm gone. Hello CQ, CQDX, CQ 14 Delta Delta 007. I am 14 Delta Delta 007, portable, Southeast France, in the mountains of the Alps, given a call, standing by. Yeah, 163, I've got you very low in the back of the box, but I've got you nonetheless there. 163 question mark, go ahead. This is 14 Delta Delta 007. Yeah, Roger, okay, I've got you about a 5 and 1, but I'll explain why in a second there. Operator, this side is Max, like Mike Alpha X-Ray, Mexico America X-Ray, the handle here. What's your operator name and where are you in 163 division?
QSL out there, Max, no problem to hear you, sir. You're 5 and 5 into Wales.
Wow.
VHS way is near the city of Cardiff, capital city, Max. Capital city, Cardiff. And the personal name is Paul, like Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. My name is Paul, Max. QSL.
Yeah, Roger there, Paul. Okay, you came up a little bit there. I had you on an S3 at one point. I am Static Mobile here, working with the radio is the Yaesu Fox Tango 891, and my microphone standard. I'm running about 70 whiskies into a Delta Victor 27, a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin, Roger.
QSL, Max. You're a big USB on, Max. You're a better radio 5 at the moment, sir.
Yeah, Roger, QSL. Okay, I'm just going to switch over to another antenna. You probably get me a bit better there. That's me on a 2-foot fire stick. Still small antennas, but a little bit more power on this one, Roger.
Roger, that's okay, Max. You say you're a good radio 4 to 5, but no signal at the moment, that's all.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, well, a bit limited as I say, but nice to make a contact with you today there, Paul. Thanks very, very much for coming back to my call there and persisting with not necessarily weak conditions, just a weak operation here. I'd be interested before you go, what's your own working conditions there, Roger?
QSL, not there, Max. Working conditions is a cheap Chinese radio there. It's a CRT SS9900, just a cheap Chinese radio. About 40 whiskies through a vertical antenna called the Thunderbolt Mark 5 QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, just switching back to the DV27 there. So you're on another antenna from the 80s, 90s. Both of us too there. Nice one. Great to make a contact there, Paul. And the Thunderbolt antenna. Yeah, love it. It's excellent there. It's working well, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, on that there, Max. We didn't do so bad yourself. I say, I can hear you okay, but no signal, that's all.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, well, we've still got a contact there, and before anything else happens, I'm going to cut loose there, Paul, but thanks very, very much. That's a fantastic contact, Thunderbolt to DV27, just like back in the 80s for me there. Okay, all the best there. Thanks for the shout in. 163 Whiskey Uniform 136 14 Delta Delta 007. I'll clear in your final.
Yeah, thank you very much, Max. No problem at all, sir. Hope to copy you again in the frequency under better circumstances. 14 Delta Delta 07. Thank you very much, sir. 73 to 51. Cheers and beers, my friend. Bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers and beers.
Delta Delta 007. Hello, Max. How are you?
Yeah, 14 Delta Delta 007 portable.
They're a bit low at the moment, Max, but hopefully the conditions will pick up. A bit low at the moment from your portable. Hope all is well with you, Max. You're down at the lake today. You're at the lake, over?
No, negative, I'm not. Just remind me who I'm talking with here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's Chris, 108AT176, Chris, Roger.
Yeah, Roger there, Chris. Okay, fine business. Got you about a 5 and 4, something like that here. I'm actually up the mountain, but I'm only using a Delta Victor 27, a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin, Roger.
Brilliant, absolutely superb, Max. Back in the day, I started off with a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin, and my parents had loads of radios connected to the Biscuit-Tin, Max. Remember the days, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, I did so myself. I'm just having a bit of a throwback here. I already had one contact, and that was with a fella using a CB and a Thunderbolt as well. So yeah, a bit of nostalgia radio-wise there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. It's, the conditions are like that, Max, up and down. I just had a contact into 43 Division. I turned the antenna to the east, and he came back to me. 43 Uniform 045 on the east coast of Australia there. So I'm very happy that some long haul stuff's coming in. But you're sounding good, Max. I really like you.
Yeah, Roger, that's great to hear. I can't really stick up the big antenna here, but I'm doing a video for my channel there, so you'll be able to catch this later on there, Chris. I'm not going to hold it too long, kind of pushing it here with a small antenna, but it seems to be working there. So Chris, I'll put it back to you for a quick final, and thanks for taking my call. 108 Alpha Tango 176 14 Delta Delta 007. Have a great day. Catch up soon.
And yeah, I'm just running the usual 400 and 3 element Delta Loop Max, about 10 metres off the deck here. I'll catch you later, buddy. Drive careful, have a safe trip back down the mountain, and we'll catch you when the conditions are a bit better back. 14 Delta Delta 007 portable, 108 AT 176. Cheers, Max. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers and beers. Bye-bye. Yeah, Paul, 259, how copy 14 Delta Delta 007. Don't cut them all, especially with a small antenna. Yeah, Roger, this is Max. You want to go 150 degree? You got me? Yeah, 259007. You still got me? Yeah, Roger there, Paul. I'm using a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin, Roger.
I've got you now. A DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin. I used to use a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin back at my mother's house where I used to live with my parents. Some copy, yeah. I'll give you a signal the next time I send you a link.
Yeah, Roger, okay, I've got you about an S1 there, but as I say, very small antenna on a Biscuit-Tin there, Paul. But I do have you, don't know if we can keep this going, but yeah, nice to catch you today on the reduced equipment, Roger.
Your signal is obviously lower than normal because you're using a smaller antenna, but you're still reading.
Yeah, okay there, Paul. Listen, I'm going to cut loose at that, but we managed to do it. I'm happy with that one. I'll catch you further down the log when I'm using something a bit more powerful there, Roger. That's the fire stick. Okay there, Paul, thanks very much again there. We'll catch you soon. 108 Papa Lima 259 14 Delta Delta 007. Cheers and beers, sir. Okay, so that's worked. Quite surprised, quite a struggle, but I did it 3 times. And the first one, as I said, on a Thunderpole antenna, an antenna from the 80s. Wow, pretty good going. It's always interesting messing around with different things. It's not always good to go the most powerful, the big antenna and all that. Sometimes it's interesting to do other stuff. So everyone seems to have started with a DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin. Have a quick closer look at that and then see what else I can get today. Thanks for watching. So very warm day today, looking across the valley to the Ekrang range of mountains. Quite hazy over there. It's a heat haze and there isn't any cloud at all anywhere, just a plane above the chairlift up there somewhere. I'm not going to try and go for that one. And yeah, not a cloud. A beautiful hot day, Now it's approaching, well, it's about an hour later, 1:45, and the temperature's up to 27 here at 1550 meters. So this is the setup, as I showed you before, the switch there, and just this tiny microscopic cable leading to the Biscuit-Tin and the DV27, which is at its maximum shortness, and the SWR is about 1.5 on the frequencies I was using there, so pretty good all in all. And something different to be doing today. So yeah, let's go and see if I can catch something else. Seems to be going quiet a bit. I'm on the fire stick just now. The difference, apart from a drop in signal, unfortunately, is a bit of increase in QR November, a bit of background noise more, and you can see I've got the noise blanker activated there. But then again, the Biscuit-Tin is next to the car, it's not on the car, so it's not using the car as a ground plane or anything. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's working. So back on the fire stick here, and just really to do the listening and finding stuff, but it's really pretty quiet. I think that's just picking up stuff from under the bonnet. There's some voices in the background, but that just wouldn't be doable in the DV. Turn that down. Still got the battery charger beeping away saying it's ready, or it's charging or doing something, but yeah, it beeps off when it gets a bit warm, so the boots are probably getting warm in the sunshine. I do have all the protection for me and stuff, air conditioning running, so it's not permanent, it's just beeping from time to time, so there's nothing to worry about there, and the radio is keeping the voltage up. But quite happy to do that. DV27 on a Biscuit-Tin. Just something different to do. Go ahead, this is 14 Delta Delta 007.